Okay, good afternoon. So I thought to update you with the slides. There isn't a ton of interesting new material and new things to see, and I mean, when we work without electricity or presumably other power source, I mean, maybe they can use other power sources as well. I mean, they can certainly use heat and mechanical forces, but this is something that is very and I didn't speak about it a lot like when I spoke about in the energy sessions, the energy lectures, because it's something very preliminary. But certainly they can use mechanical energy and heat. But this is it's very problematic. Heat is very problematic because they prefer colder temperatures, so it's a problem. It's a problem, and mechanical energy is actually something that is very promising, and I have several directions, but it's all very preliminary. But I think I touched this issue like in several videos, like very lightly, the issue of how to use mechanical energy. I also thought that to use sound as a means to convey mechanical energy, but that's another subject. I want to start with something that is very basic, just to show you a very tiny, microscopic, like a very tiny drop of my semen. I mean, just after, not just, a couple of minutes after I pet the one-eyed snake, or played with the monkey, or whatever you called it. So, just, it's really, those of you that are with me for quite some time have seen, not the ladies. This is another issue. I mean, the people that actually watch the videos, they've seen such samples, so it's nothing really, exciting. Just, maybe, for newcomers, just want to see how it looks when it just come out of the body. A tiny drop, spread very thinly. Unfortunately, these are very. I reuse like plastic slides that even in the beginning they were initially they were very bad quality because it's really low quality slide, like, and also it's used one after I reuse it, so it's very like bad quality, and I lament that. As I said, I only have one like proper glass slide, and even that one, after several times that you wash it, it's getting scratched, so it will deteriorate. What I really need to do is to use glass slides, bona fide glass slides that I have in my mother's apartment. Maybe she'll bring it to me next time she will do a supply run. It's very important. What also is important, but another thing is the covers. Traditionally, the standard way that everybody uses in laboratories for backlight microscopy, which is the most basic one, the one that I use is glass slides covered with a very thin glass cover, square glass cover. And I always have a bunch of these at my mother's apartment. Since I don't have it here, what I use is sellotape, which is actually, and this is actually, sellotape has, of course, disadvantages over the glass. First of all, it's not completely transparent, and it's kind of like dirt. It depends on the quality of the sellotape. Actually, I bought, just before the last arrest, I bought a very higher quality sellotape. Should be much more transparent, but my mother didn't find it in the house, in the apartment. Maybe she'll find it. She'll bring it to me. But actually, as you've seen, sellotape is beneficial because they like to mine it and to use it as raw material. So it will not be a very high quality video, and it will be a very short one. But just people, if people curious how it looks, just a tiny drop. Maybe 1/100th of the quantity that is produced in one ejaculation. Just to be able to see neos, just when they are out of my body. I will also update you with the other slides that I prepared. They are also of bad quality, but there are some updates, not groundbreaking, but yes, the little bastards worked during the night, and they did something that could be interesting. So, not much more to speak about it. Actually, it's not. Let's just take a look. This is a magnification of 16 times 4, the basic magnification. I can't do smaller magnification than that. I can do higher up to 1500, even though usually more than like 600 is you really lose a lot of the you lose a lot of quality. I mean, more than 600 magnification can be used with this microscope and can be used to good results actually, but only in specific cases. I mean, usually the 64 and the 160 up to 300, 500 are more than enough. So this is 64. We can actually see a little Nero here. I would say that, I mean, sometimes you can confuse them with air bubbles, but this is certainly not an air bubbles. I mean, an air bubble. Air bubble have another, like, these are also Neros. These are not air bubbles for certain. This is, here you see an assortment. Several of these are actually Neros. Several are bubbles in the sellotape. Neros are almost always, I mean, have perfect round shape. I mean, not perfect like in a mathematical way, but I mean, very like round shape. But they change their, they can, I mean, you can sometimes see distortion, first of all, if they die, and second, if they are in the middle of working on something. So yeah, I mean, this is a simple, like, I mean, maybe we will do a zoom in here, just, I mean, on the small one. By the way, when I say small, I just say for the newcomer, it's not small, I mean, compared to what we just see, not small compared to the size of Neros. Neros, I will remind you, come in like a huge variety of sizes, and even if you do the maximum magnification, which is 1500, you still see quite a bit of Neros in the liquid. So, I mean, presumably they can even start at an nanoscopic scale, even though I can't prove it without an electron microscope or a more like advanced way of deducing. And it's not really important right now, but again, I am almost certain they started at an nanoscopic level and they come in a huge variety of sizes. I will remind you something that I say a lot, just, I mean, as you know, as an anecdote, that if you place the smallest Nero that, I mean, we've seen in this microscope, besides the biggest one that we've seen in this microscope, one beside the other, it will be like placing a Cocker Spaniel dog next to Godzilla. So, I mean, they come in huge variety of sizes, which is pretty amazing, and it's not the way that I think that most people conceptualize nanobots when they think about nanobots in popular science and popular science fiction. They come in so many different sizes. You can see that it's not by the way, you can see that it's not an air bubble because it doesn't have like the shiny look of the air bubble. Actually, I don't see many air bubbles here, so here is a small one. You see, the slide is of very low quality and it's a used slide, and I really need better, like, bona fide slides, like, I mean, good slides. So, okay, I mean, not much to see, because, I mean, we've seen Neros, so, yeah, it's there, and, as I said, all of the ones that we've seen are actually, like, relatively big ones, because I use the minimum magnification of 64. If I wanted to do like a zoom in, like of much inside, we probably would have seen like a much smaller one. Maybe we will do it. I mean, why being late? Why being? I mean, the only problem is that without any way to actually. In the past, I've used my camera, my EPM camera, like a 4/3 camera, which is much more suitable for such videos. Of course, I need a new microscope with a proper camera, but I mean, I do whatever I can under the conditions. But maybe we will, even after in those conditions, we can actually like you know what? First I'll try to do. I put the camera aside and I'll try to magnify with in like 600 or 900, and then we will. If I see something, I will. I'll just show. So just wait a minute. Just a minute, okay? I'm searching now for, I'm trying to do like a very, very neat magnification. Very high magnification, but it will take a minute. So please be patient. Okay, so sorry, I couldn't see anything in very high magnifications, like above 300, because the slide is of very, very low quality. It's just pieces of used, scratched sellotapes, and although it was too thin, so I had to glue them together, as you see here. So I mean, it's really with such a low quality slide, you cannot see anything. I'll try to do a higher magnification bit of video with the glass slides that I have, because I have one glass slide, as I said, that I got with I received here with the microscope itself. We have plenty of those earlier, but maybe people don't have access to the earlier videos, or maybe they want to see like things they have value of seeing things that that are fresh. With fresh material. So I'll try to later. First I will prepare myself a lunch because I'm really hungry. So after that, we will do a tour of the other slides, and also we'll try to see to search for very small Neros on the glass slide. Just for curiosity. It's not a new thing, but so we'll in benefits of the new audience. So that's it for now.